Story 2. I think I'm being watched at my job. Let's start with the basics. I'm a 26 male and I work at a blind store where I'm alone during all my shift. What's a blind store?
A store that has blinds.
Okay.
For your window.
Oh! Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
I was thinking blind.
No.
I was like, do they just sell canes?
Blind.
Service dogs? I don't know.
Watch it be all of the above, actually.
Yeah. I work from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday to Friday. It's a very simple job, and most of the time I look at my computer, do some customer service, offer quotation to the very few people that enter the store, and so on. So, like I said, it's very boring and not much happens. But lately, something started to catch my attention. I've noticed that across the street, someone is looking directly at the store. More precisely, looking at me. I don't handle cash at the store. We mostly work with credit or debit card. So I don't think that they're planning on robbing the store or anything like that. I've noticed that there is a telescope on the window and it's pointed directly at my desk. So I think it's very obvious that the person is looking at me. I've left my phone recording at me while I do some work for like an hour, hour and a half, and I can see in the recording that this person moves the telescope once in a while, and that when I go to the restroom, the telescope moves while trying to find me. So yeah, I have not seen the face of the person or anything, but surely enough, this is creepy. Update 1. This person is looking at my desk through a door, so my blinds can't protect me here. In addition to this, I moved the desk closer to the wall, so this person can't see me anymore. I just did this because I was getting video proof of the person's behavior. I just found out about the stalker this Tuesday. I don't know if he or she has been doing this for weeks, I just noticed now, so I'm already being really careful when I get off work. After reading all your suggestions, I have decided to go and have a little chat with the building administrator and show her all the evidence that I collected. I will do this today, and I may update this weekend if something worth mentioning happens. So we do have another update, if you want me to read that or if you want me to talk.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I need more information on this.
Okay, update 2. So I already showed all the evidence to the building administrator. Let's call her Anna, and she was shocked. More so when she actually saw the telescope showing through the window of the apartment. She told me that the apartment that has the telescope is being used by 2 girls, maybe in their early 20s, and these 2 girls are weird. The apartments are small, but they are not cheap, and these 2 girls started living in them almost 2 months ago. Two. She told me that she doesn't see these girls leave the apartment very often, and most of the food and groceries are delivered via delivery guys. But something that does occur is that a man comes to the apartment every 2 or 3 days and leaves early in the morning. This man is the one who actually made the rental agreement and pays for the apartment, so he's probably paying the food and rent of these 2 girls. Now, Anna says that when the rental agreement took place, the man said that these 2 girls would be living there because of college, but she hasn't seen the 2 girls go to college or anything like that. So yeah, this is weird. Apparently Anna is going to speak about the issue with the owner of the building and the man who signed the rental agreement so the activity, the stalking, stops. I will update if I learn something else. And there's another update.
Okay.
Do you want to say something first?
I think that this could be 2 college-age girls who aren't going to class, and they saw a cute guy who works at a thing, and they're using their telescope to look at him. That's my theory.
Yeah, that's kind of how it's playing off to me right now, too.
Just girly things, but it is actually, I see how that is creepy to do.
Yeah, you're just like, you look up and there's somebody just...
Yeah. Like, one of them's yelling at the other as she's eating her, like, DoorDash ice cream. She's like, hot blind guy is there.
He's moving. Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe we can catch him going to the bathroom this time.
Yeah. That is what I imagine. It was not, that is weird to do.
It's weird, but it's not like... Okay. Oh.
And this is where, like, the double standard comes in. Because if it was a man, we'd be like, ew, disgusting. Jump off a cliff, you freak. But we're not, it's just, like, 2 girlies being silly.
Okay, listeners, you tell me what you think. Because for me, I'm like, this just... 2 girls being excited about a cute boy. They're in college. Maybe they do college online.
They could do college online.
That's also a thing.
Yeah.
And it could just be like one of their dads that come and pay for their apartment. Yeah. And he comes over and stays the night, make sure that they're doing okay.
Yeah, and to be fair, just because you don't see them leaving doesn't mean that they don't
That they're not leaving. There's a theory a neighbor grocery theory or something that you don't see your neighbors bring in your groceries and like because everything's a simulation.
I've never seen a neighbor bring in groceries, and I have so many neighbors.
Yeah, I have a lot of neighbors too. I have seen like once or twice. Not often, but I have seen it once or twice. And I know my neighbors have seen me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You're the grocery neighbor. Okay.
Last update. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So this weekend, I didn't think too much about the situation anymore. I try to enjoy my days off without worrying about my job. So today I came into work, opened the store, and began to work. Then I noticed that the window on the apartment was closed. This window is always open, and I noticed that the telescope was no longer there. I sent a message to Anna asking if she could tell me anything about the girls and if something was done about the stalking. Apparently, Anna, the building owner, and this mysterious man had a short conversation this Saturday. They called the man on his phone and asked him if they could talk about some of the complaints about the apartment. Then told the man that the girls were harassing the stores in front of the building. Lucky me, they didn't say I was the one who complained. They told the man that this behavior should stop because that's not something the tenants should do. So far, the man has been listening and paying attention to the request. Everything was normal to a point, but then the building owner made a question. It was a quick question. What career are they studying? Anna says that the man changed his attitude completely, said that he should mind his own business, and just left. Sunday comes, and the man calls Anna to give her the keys to the apartment. He didn't explain why or say anything else, he just gave her the keys and left. Anna is very confused and also worried about the girls, mainly because she didn't see them when they left. I told her that maybe they left early in the morning like the man used to do. I asked if there was something wrong with the apartment, like missing stuff or damaged items, but Anna said everything was fine. Nothing was stolen or broken. Also, I asked if she heard noise, yelling, or anything that Saturday night. Nothing, she says. She is thinking about filing a complaint with the police because it feels wrong that they would just leave like that. If you ask me, I think that the reason they left the building was because the building owner asked about the girls. I don't know what to think about this. If Anna does end up going to the police, I will probably provide my testimony or something if that's helpful. Okay, I would like to say my first thing, I don't know if that's how the conversation actually went when they were talking to the guy, because landlords are scummy.
Yeah.
First thing first, building owner, landlord, whatever. So I feel like the reason that everything was okay in the beginning was because it was like just casual. And then I feel as if the building manager wasn't just like, hey, what are they getting into? I think that there was more of an aggressive like, oh, we never see them come out. So what are they studying? Because they're obviously not here to kind of thing. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what was said, but I feel like it was probably, because we're not getting the other side, probably worded in a way that was a little uncomfortable. And I'm sure this guy, if it's their dad, he's a little protective of them. Yeah. They're early 20s. They're just in college. He obviously goes there a lot to make sure that they're okay. And then he probably felt like, you know what? This isn't a safe place for my girls anymore. Maybe.
And, like, it could be, like, a little bit of, like, if those are, like, his girls and everything, a little bit of, like, that, like, instant, like, shame or, like, a little bit of, like, embarrassment.
Yeah, that too.
And then so, like, lashing out and someone being like, oh, yeah, like, these girls are, like, stalking someone. And he's like, my girls wouldn't do that. Like,
yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Basically. And then he's like, this isn't a great place for my girls to live. Yeah. Kind of thing. That's kind of how I see it. And again,
I don't know.
Who knows? This guy felt like he was being stalked, which is valid. If somebody was watching me through a telescope, I feel like I'm digging myself a hole.
I'd be like stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red flag stalker.
But if I did find out, me right now, if I found out that there were like two 20-year-old girls watching us work through a telescope, I'd be like,
yeah. Well, it's like when like, I know this is going to sound weird, but like across the street at that building when there's like people like walking to their cars and stuff. Yeah. There were those girls who like very obviously like just had like a cute little lunch or something. Yeah. And they were like hugging. I was like, Addison, look how cute they are.
Yeah. We do that all the time. We're like, look at that girl's cute outfit. Look at that. Cute. Like, I mean, it's people watching. taking a telescope to somebody is taking
that is taking it an extra
step further.
Further, I do see the problem with that. Buy a bigger telescope and establish dominance, is what this user said.
That's a perfect.
That would be really funny. It's like they're like looking for you, and then it's you with like a big old like fucking
NASA telescope. There's like no hiding it. There's a lens coming outside of the building that's the size of the building.
Huge.
It's like one of those buildings that has a dome on top, and it opens up, and the telescope comes out. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Observatory. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, valid for feeling like you're being stalked, but I don't know what else to say because
This person is like, rent a professional camera with a big old lens and point that directly at them and then take pictures and post them.
Yeah.
But yeah, then there's people being like, that sounds like human trafficking, which, you know, it could be that. It could be a plethora of things. It could just be just girly things.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
In my dorm room, oh my God. Okay, so in my dorm room, we had a man wall. And it was all these, like, photos and, like, magazine clippings of, like, guys and girls that we found attractive. Just, like the Gucci Guilty ad. Like, he was on there a few times because my roommate Emily, like, loved that model. And we were in a car crash, and the paramedics that came to save us, it was like straight out of like a romance novel. They were so handsome. And one of the girls like got her phone and like snapped a picture. Guess what ended up on the man wall? So I feel like college is a feral time.
Yeah. And again, double standard.
Because it's like, because like that story that we read, with that, like, reformed creep guy.
Yeah.
If this was a guy, we'd be like, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah. We'd be like, that's such a weird thing.
Dirty-ass creep.
If we turned it around, see, okay, we're
trying.
We're trying, guys.
Yeah.
It's hard. Okay. Can I say a hot take? Will you or be in the trusting circle, you guys? Hot take. I may or may not cut this out.
Okay.
I think that men have had it so good being creeps and bad people for so long. Let the girls have it.
I'll buy that take, actually. Well, yeah, because I was, like, thinking about that. I was like, it's because, like, we are trained to, like, watch out for all of these different things that could happen because we go through those scenarios where we look back at it and we're like, that was actually really creepy. Mm-hmm. And guys go through it too, but I feel like statistically, maybe in different ways. And some guys not at all. And a lot of guys are the ones perpetuating it. So
I will say, again, hot take, when men fear women walking behind them on the street, then we'll stop. Is that a hot take? I mean, it's not even realistic. It's not even stopping. It's like that is when
you start doing like this shit with your keys.
Yeah, I think women should be able to be a little creepy until men feel what it's like. There's men do not understand the feeling of walking outside by yourself and having to look in every single direction and listen for every single noise because you're afraid that something's about to happen to you. Like, there's a whole trend on TikTok where people are like, women's brain when they're walking around, and men's brain is just like, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why
and, like, they worry that they're going to get robbed.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that's going to happen. I'm going to get robbed.
Yeah. So
it's different. And what they fear it from is another man.
Mm-hmm. Point proven. So if there's a double standard, who set that up?
And who set that system up?
Men.
Who set that up?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh, like, my God.
This is so funny. Because, like, there's a whole thing, like, earlier this weekend, I don't know, where I was like barking at Lee, and I was like, am I objectifying you too much? And I was like, I don't give a shit, you should be objectified. I was like, we should be even Stevens objectified.
If you can objectify me, I'm gonna do it right back.
He doesn't, though. I was like, you could.
No, but
I would let you.
generations. It's your.
It's like, God damn it, please objectify me. I don't know, it's story 3.
If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?